Hello? Gamers? Alright, chat. So my microphone might sound a little bit different today. We'll see how it goes. The reason is that there's like a smoke alarm with low battery that started going insane. Like not just like a little chirp, but just full on just screaming at like 3 a.m. It chirps every 30 seconds, but it's so fucking loud. It's actually so insane. Feed me batteries? I don't have any batteries. They started going at 3 a.m. All smoke alarms have batteries? So what you're saying is I should take batteries out of my other smoke alarm and put them in the one that's beeping next to my computer. Totally safe. Well, chat. Apparently, today is a sad day for the remaining Overwatch 2 Overwatch League fans, chat. It is a very sad day. It's fucking over, boys. Who? Listen. Overwatch League is a thing? God, you guys are so aggressive. Listen, let me at least get it out the door, okay? Look at this, man. It's fucking over. Wait, where is it actually? There it is. Took a second. It's fucking over, dude. Oh no, anyway. There's stuff in the shelf. Oh yeah. There I have Shade put up we have like a DRG board game and a Cuphead board game, and so she put 2 things on it. And I was like, all right, go for it. More shelf content. Yeah, the shelf content is here. So apparently this happened today, chat. Activision Blizzard lays off esports staff as it faces potential dramatic changes for the Overwatch League. Overwatch League franchise owners will vote on whether to continue the league in its current format. It didn't stop when they originally left Twitch for YouTube. Listen, I know I've been out of this for a long time, but it's actually really sad. Beep. Did you guys hear it? Oh no. Is it happening, dude? Yes? Fuck. Alright, wait. I can fix this. You guys ready? Dude, it's actually so loud. It wasn't very loud though. Bro, that's through a closed door with a microphone that doesn't pick up anything. Give me a second. All right. Wait, now what? Did it work? One more. I want to see if I can fix this really fast. One sec. Okay. The problem is it might desync with my webcam. I've enabled NVIDIA broadcast like microphone fuck you to anything in the background. So I don't know if it's going to do anything. I don't know if you guys are going to hear the beep. The beep just went off. Did you guys hear it? It was super loud. Is it actually, did you guys hear it? Yes or no? Fuck. Damn it. We heard it? Fuck. It's even clearer than it was before. No way. God damn it. All right, how do I do this? Dude, it's actually so loud. It's not that bad. Bro, it's bad. Dude, I don't know what to do. I thought I could filter it out. It's quiet, but that one was crystal clear. Yep. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, chat. I'm trying my best out here, okay? I just memorize the timing and mute manually. I know the timing. It's every 30 seconds. Let's try changing the mic direction. It's a bullet microphone. Bro, if I put it on this side. Dude, this is so bad. The 30-second rule. Have a great stream, Siegel. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. So anyway, I really think that this beep beep is the last fuck you of Overwatch League to its existing just random players, I guess. Just let's just go over this. I'm distracted by the beep beep. Fuck everything. This is so sad. So what's happening, chat, is the Overwatch League teams at the end of the year get to vote if they want $6 million or stay in Overwatch. What do you think they're going to pick? It's fucking over, boys. It's over. Tough choice. But couldn't they make more than 6 million from Overwatch competitive? Surely they could, right? Surely. Pepe laugh. Yeah, I know. It's Overwatch and esports in general. There's no way they're going to make 6 mil off Overwatch. So they're all going to take the 6 million. They're all going to leave. It's so fucking sad, man. So sad. There's nothing. They're all going to take it. Esports is in such a rough position, and Overwatch isn't necessarily super pop. There fucking is again. Isn't necessarily super popular, dude. If these guys are smart, what they're probably going to end up doing is they're going to yoink the 6 mil and just go take it to another game that's more profitable, assuming there is any. But then again, Overwatch technically, I guess you could argue, doesn't have that many costs, right? That you could argue that, like, oh well, you know, it's not like we pay the players that much. We're not as inflated as other scenes. Maybe they actually break even. I don't know. As mental costs, though. True. So yeah, Blizzard says last year, Jacob Wolf reported Activision Blizzard was owed around $400 million in franchise fees from both Call of Duty and Overwatch leagues. Holy shit. They apparently waived their franchise fees, canceling a portion of their 20 to 35 million in fees in order to participate in the leagues. And then they waived the fees. One of the Overwatch League teams left. I think it was Chengdu. I forget which one it was. And then now, dude, this is actually so annoying. I might actually just fucking like Alt F4 out of this. I think it is actually impossible. The other one is, these are smart decisions. So now all of the owners came together and started collectively bargaining, chat, against Blizzard, if you guys remember. And so that was happening like a year ago, I think. Which is probably how these team owners finally got together. And now there is a termination fee of $6 million to the teams. You can either stay in Overwatch or get $6 million. There is no way the alarm doesn't have batteries. Holy shit, guys. The question isn't, does a smoke alarm have batteries? It's, does Siegel have batteries right now to replace it? And also a fucking ladder to get up that high. Oh my God, put it together, boys. Okay, back in it. Last year, okay. Just throw a shoe at it. I don't know if that's how that works. Just saying. The smoke alarm is currently winning the mental war. Can I also get $6 million to quit Overwatch? You know? You have a point. You know, I think he's got a point, chat. Given all this and the general cooling on esports, it's a safe assumption franchise owners will probably choose not to continue on, take the $6 million and end the franchise era of Overwatch esports. It's fucking over, boys. They are all gonna take $6 million and fucking just immediately leave. And then also, let's see. I want to be clear on one thing. Overwatch remains committed to a competitive ecosystem. Okay. I mean, that all sounds cool, but let's be real. This is just pure PR. Like, these guys did everything they could to destroy everything that was before Overwatch League in like every way possible. Anyway, right? They made everyone rename. You couldn't keep the same team names. They redid all the brands. They did everything, right? And so now they have to double back and be like, wait, we have to build up ourselves again. Hold up. I don't know. But looking at Apex platform albums and exact copy paste Apex Season 2. That stuff is cool. Honestly, it's just sad because there's a lot of people who all worked and did a really, really good job in Overwatch League. But, okay. Can I increase this at all? Does anything help? Is a grassroots league or Valorant style league, is anything like that possible? Do you think people are interested? What makes you think there's interest? No smile? Yeah. All right. Guys, I'm gonna go just leave and I guess get batteries and do this. No stream today. I've been defeated by a smoke alarm. I got nothing. Understandable? Yeah. It's fucking over, boys. It literally started this morning and I was like, I should just go live. Surely it won't be that bad if I just enable like noise filters and stuff. It is that bad. But the beep is also content. All right. This is simply a test of my mental fortitude. I just have to ignore the 30-second beep. Can I do it? It's fine. Just turn off your brain. It'll be fine. God damn it! It was instant. All right, wait. Miller also emphasized the league's commitment to its players, but dude, I can't do it. It's impossible. I'm losing to a smoke battery. Smoke detector battery. Stun locked by a smoke detector. Bro, Overwatch League is literally canceled, dude. I spent years of my life on this, and honestly, I'm more pissed off right now at a smoke battery, like smoke detector battery. It's over. Even if we had batteries, can't reach it. We can stack up some boxes. We can do it. I believe. I'm tall. Just climb your shelves. Yeah, just move my shelves over or just climb them. Five three Pepe laugh. Don't you have chairs? Exactly. It'll be fine. Oh yeah. What else? The mental image, what of young Sigis trying to counter a smoke detector battery while bouncing on a chair. It's tough, boys. It's tough. Steam, by the way. Yeah, guys, listen, we got a few links to go through. Okay, I'm just unlocked a little bit by a smoke detector battery. It's fine. It just started. Hey, Seagull, did you hear Overwatch 2's on Steam? I had no fucking idea. I had literally none. I had literally no idea. That's crazy. Guys, you wanna know what's even more crazy? Wait, let me link it. Where's it at? Steam Overwatch 2. All right. Guys, I'm going to link something fucking crazy in chat, okay? You guys ready for this? Guys, be ready right now. Stare at chat. I'm about to link. It's fucking Battleborn. It's Shut up, dude. It's so funny. Fuck. Wait, I misspelled Battleborn with an E. Fuck. Battleborn, it's back. Holy shit. It's like, now you click on it. Dude, I love doing that. I saw somebody did it in the offline chat. I think it was Ultra Window, but he pasted it with Bloodborne. And so he was just like, PogChamp Battle or Bloodborne, it's here. And then I clicked on it, it was a fucking Overwatch 2 link, and I was like, God damn it. Anyway, Lawbreakers, enjoyers. For some reason, chat, you can troll people all the time because for some reason, Steam only looks at the numbers. So like you could just type in any bullshit at the end and just bait your friends and they click on it. It's fucking Overwatch 2. Fucking Echo stun locked right now because maybe she was also expecting Battleborn. Unlucky. Do you think Steam's gonna get? Do you think Steam's gonna get review bombed, chat? You think Overwatch 2 is gonna get review bombed on Steam? Is it happening? Yeah. Absolutely. Dude. Main committed continually investing in and supporting BN. I want to break down the barriers, make it easier, trying something new. Excited to announce bringing a selection of games, Overwatch 2. Oh wait, starting with. Does that mean they're gonna put they're putting other games on Steam as well? Holy shit, someone just linked Left 4 Dead 3. That remains a priority. Happy to work with Valve. All right. I'm down. That means they're killing off BNet? No, it's just... if anything, that puts this article... Overwatch 2 engagement and player investment is declining. Activision Blizzard admits, but the publisher's hopes that the next major update will fix that. Largest seasonal update yet planned to include new PV, story missions, new game mode, new progression system. Okay. I mean, this is all normal quarterly call stuff, right? Like, they're just going to announce this stuff and then they're going to put it on Steam and release a PV and hope for the best. Fuck. I can't. This makes me so sad. I spent so many years in competitive Overwatch and this shit is now effectively deleted. It's fucking gone. And you know what's going to happen. Like, everyone knew it was going to happen for a really long time, right? Everyone always knew, like, Overwatch League wasn't very profitable. It did, like, the franchise fees were way too high. Esports was going through a downturn at the same time as they're trying at, like, a mobile format traveling around. City-based franchises were always kind of crazy. Making people abandon the previous brands was always a little bit psychotic. You know, like, there's all these horrible decisions they made across the board, and you just kind of watch them just slowly just shoot themselves in the leg over and over until they eventually just fall over, and I guess now they've finally fallen over. But in the middle of that, though, so many people were really, really trying, and that's the really sad part. Like, so many players, so many people in production, so many people in casting, so many people were, you know, they're trying to make this stuff really, really work, and there's so much, like, effort put into it. So it's a shame. Like, I feel bad for all the people who put the hours in and the time and the heart and everything. And I mean, I put in so much time. Like, to see effectively, chat, when this ends, do you guys really think there's going to be a huge grassroots thing for Overwatch? I hope there is. I hope those players can still play and stuff, but I don't see it. Like, I don't think if any of those players will be able to easily do that. And if they do, it'll be really, really, really low investment, right? Like, watch for nostalgia. Oh no, it's me in 2017. Bro, look at me. I'm fucking drifting. You guys ready for this shit? It's time. Yep. But yeah, this is prime Overwatch League. You guys just don't understand how Overwatch League used to be. He's playing Overwatch in a shed. You're damn right I am.
Up in the Pacific Northwest.
I'm so cool.
Green around here. It's very beautiful. Massive
it is.
On every side of
they were trying to lean into the local stuff,
chat.
My cities. You still have that car? No, that car got dumpstered. I fucking ended that car.
Wait, what? You always have music on in your head all the time? Overwatch occupies my brain.
It did back then, dude. It was everything. Everything. Chat, you want to know how much of a degen neckbeard I was back then? Just compare how I look physically back then versus how I do now. I still don't take care of myself, but it's so different in comparison. Bro, I was so fucking neckbeard just sitting in my basement grinding 20 hours a day in Overwatch. You look the same. I promise you. It's very...
You can really be creative with the
I don't know how to describe it. This was before the organic milk. No, it was before the organic milk and before I actually was happier in life.
Or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's the ego boost, right?
And now he grew a beard.
Stay away from comparisons like that.
True, I did grow a beard.
To be like,
I did.
People really like you and enjoy you. You're like, oh, you're like popular and fun, and it's like, I love my fans and they love the game and they love me or whatever. That's a two-way street. Love my fans.
I did. Why do they use a froggy? Who's the baby? Dude, the baby was... This was 5 years ago, dude.
It comes down to like working well as a team, because if you aren't functioning well as a team, it's really tough for individual players to carry. With a production like the Overwatch League coming, it's sort of just like that's when the game's competitive scene is actually going to start. I think we're going to see a higher level of...
Chat, I don't know who the fuck's idea was to have me just start drifting in a car.
Exciting from a player perspective
to give you, like,
see where it's all going to lead.
You guys have no... this was fucking wild. Where was this filmed? Bro, this was fucking sick. Like, to get it makes no sense. It was ridiculous. Bro, this is peak fucking esports right here. Okay, boys? Dude, this was like a year before Overwatch League. I get a call. They're like, hey, you want to do this, like, commercial for Overwatch League? And I was like, what's in it for me? And they're like, you're gonna drift a car and also shoot a flamethrower. I'm like, what? Okay. like, okay. Flamethrower, the flamethrower was cut. The flamethrower was cut because apparently there was like fires at the same time as they're about to release the video, and they're like, guys, it's kind of awkward. Can't have Seagull like burning down shit in a forest at the same time as like California wildfires are starting up right now. This is really awkward. We gotta cut this out, guys.
Yes, the Overwatch League is gonna be a game changer.
You know, it was kind of weird, dude.
The bigger Overwatch gets, the more competition there is, the more awesome the tournaments become, the increased level of play gets there too. It's just it all.
So yeah, there was a lot of cute stuff when it came to Overwatch League and stuff like this, man. It was cool. They did like 4 of these types of videos, by the way, for a lot of the early personalities, not just me. They did some for me. I think it was Mickey. I think another one for IDQD, I think. I'm trying to remember. There might have been more, actually, even others. Timo, I forget. There is others. But it was actually cool. So to see stuff like this, you know, I look back at Overwatch League and I try to remember the cool stuff like this, and nostalgia, man. And nostalgia. It's cool. It's cool. Is that CGI dirt? No, they took me to a fucking rally track. Awesome. Very, very cool. So anyway, the cringe nostalgia. You guys call it cringe. I had a good time. Only haters would call it cringe. You know, I feel like that kind of overspending is why budget esports fail. Listen, are you trying to tell me that an Overwatch League franchise wasn't worth $20 million? Excuse me? Hold up. Sorry, 20 million was the low end. Discord? No fucking way. You actually have it? Wait, holy shit. How did you find it that fast? Boys, unreleased footage. Unreleased footage. I have the proof. I have the fucking proof. You guys thought I was memeing when I just said I was shooting a flamethrower, dude? There it is, boys. There it is. So anyway. Is that when you lost the eyebrows? Dude, come on. Come on, man. Why are you gonna do me like that? Crit hit him. Oh fuck. Dude, did DeFran also have a video? God, I don't even remember. No, DeFran didn't have a video. DeFran was banned season 1. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, there's all sorts of yeah, there's old school. Oh, so many old school shenanigans back then. Oh god. Strix name for 52 months. So anyway, you'll hear all sorts of stories, I'm sure, about Overwatch League over the next, couple of weeks as people are gonna meme on it dying and this and that. And I have my own feelings about the league and everything, and I had a horrible time in that league, and it was still fun though. I like the experiences, but god, it was an adventure in that time. That's for sure. Overwatch coming to Steam. I hope all the players and the people who get laid off and everything, I hope they all manage to find new jobs. But esports is a tough industry. Like I don't know what those players are gonna do. That's what I'm worried about. What are those players gonna? And I mean, are those players? I don't know. Is there really going to be interest enough for a grassroots scene to support those players who have been playing for years in some cases? I don't know. Like I personally, I feel like I'm one of the most targeted people there could ever be for Overwatch competitive. Like I got started playing Overwatch competitively as a job in 2015. I played the game professionally for like 3 or 4 years or whatever, and then I quit. And even now, I don't pay attention to Overwatch League anymore. So I don't know. I hope they manage to, I hope they manage to bring it back. Stuff like going to Steam, big seasonal updates, them paying attention to the game again. All that stuff's important. Franchise rule sets and how they work in a lot of cases too they're difficult because franchises kind of remove a lot of the natural storylines that happen in esports. Like when you have an esports situation of open circuits and open brackets, you create natural storylines. Like a new team shows up in the middle of nowhere and upsets somebody that's really good, right? That is just a fun moment. It used to happen all the time. And like, yeah, I don't know. Anyone could join, anyone could play, right? Any team could roll in and win. That type of stuff was fun. Franchise esports lost a lot of that. And this is the natural like pros and cons of a franchise system. I'm just rehashing old arguments people have made like a decade ago or whatever. Something monthly melee. Hey, it's ZP. Exactly, monthly melee. ZP in early Overwatch, monthly melee and what that did for players and building storylines and creators and personalities and streams and stuff did more than probably the last few years of Overwatch. Like, and I know it's like a different era of the game, so it's easier, but it felt so easy and natural, I think, because everybody was so invested, everybody was streaming it and everything else. Like when I think of everyone who got started back then, it was, yeah, of course, it's hard to compare, and it feels unfair to compare because Overwatch in the last few years is different than the Overwatch in the first few years. So it's like no matter what, people are probably going to be, so. Did you read the Diablo patch notes? I did. It's tough. I think the Diablo patch notes chat, I saw them. The reality of stuff like that is very simple. They have a developer pipeline that's at least 3 months long, right? Minimum for seasons of that size. And so chances are a lot of the stuff that people want, they've complained about within those 3 months, and they haven't been able to update the season and everything that it's coming out with to actively show people and do everything else. Wait, ZP just said in chat, I have mentioned it before, but the way it got shut down, Blizzard wanted Curse to pay $10,000 to $15,000 per tournament in licensing fees to keep going on, saying that using the Overwatch IP was a privilege. That is why the monthly melee ended. I know. They did that to everyone in the scene. Blizzard shut down all of the third-party tournaments using extreme licensing fees like that. Yeah. There's a reason why in 2017, all those tournaments shut down for Overwatch League, because back in the day, Blizzard wanted full control. And so they took it, right? And then they franchised it, and they baited a bunch of investors into paying millions of dollars. So you guys can call them delusional and it's true. But at the same time, they did manage to convince a lot of investors to pay an obscene amount of money into Overwatch League at the same time. It was because they were afraid that Overwatch League would lose out to third-party tournaments, literally, says EP. I know. Do you remember they were also implementing and forcing rule changes and format changes onto third-party tournaments as well in that time frame? There's so many stories. Like they really shot themselves in the foot repeatedly, over and over and over the entire way down the line. But you know, and I just want to make this point clear. Everyone, I hope no one takes my criticism of the fucking beep beep. I hope no one takes my criticism of the league and how and the choices that were made back then and things like that as criticism, or like I'm happy the league is dead, or like oh yeah, fuck those people losing jobs, or something stupid like that. Because a lot of people find it difficult sometimes to differentiate the criticism of the league versus the people. When it comes to people, dude, I hope all those people find jobs. Like, I hope all those players find good paying jobs, everything else. Like, I have nothing against the people doing it. It's just the decisions that were made on the high end that were so rough for so long that really shot themselves in the foot repeatedly. And it's such a shame to see the Overwatch competitive scene go down that road, in my mind. Because there's a lot of really, really good people who tried their absolute best. Like, a lot. The beep beep is coming. I know. I'm sorry. This happened literally just this morning. Like, literally, as I was going live. But I also saw this Overwatch League news. So it's like, I just want to go live right now and talk about this because this was such a big part of my life. So I don't know. The qualifier wasn't advertised weekly, went on every week. No duh, got less viewership. Wait, ZP said... Okay, wait. It was afraid that Overwatch League would lose out to third-party tournaments. Literally, people forget this, but the first week of the E-League qualifier started with no announcement. Lost out in viewership to the weekly that was going on that week. Nate flipped the fuck out behind the scenes. But it's like the qualifier wasn't advertised weekly, went on every week. No duh, got less viewership. Dude, there's a lot of old school stuff like that. There is so many... Dude, there are so many stories like that. I know. I know, man. There's even, you know, if you guys remember, season 1 of Overwatch League, right? The players are building their own personalities and everything. Starting to really come together and start the banter up in a natural way and all this stuff on Twitch. They got to shut it down, right? They wanted full control over literally everything. And that's not a great, I just think that's inefficient, so. I don't know how do you see Overwatch in 3 years? Like I said, Overwatch's competitive scene in 3 years. Let's be clear, Overwatch competitive scene. I don't know, grassroots, the transition from grassroots to full franchise back to grassroots, or I think that'll be really difficult. I'd be very surprised, esports wise, if any org stays in Overwatch in the long run, just because they're all going to take they're all going to take that money. The Overwatch League's gone. They're all going to take that money. Now, if they stay in Overwatch in the long run, I don't know. Maybe if they have like popular players and they can, but it's like they're returning to the normal esports model at that point. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I hope it does well though. Do you think Blizzard are still going to be hard in third-party tournaments? Do you think I don't know if they are. I have been out of Overwatch for so long. I no longer know. I don't know anything when it comes to like behind the scenes or like, you know, I don't even pay that much attention. Like you guys are probably more informed on Overwatch League in the last few years than me, right? I don't know anything that they're doing. I'm completely lost. I know a lot of the history back in the day because I was deeply involved, right? So everything else these days, no. Will you play in third-party tournaments? Fuck no. You asked me. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Seagull. Hey. Overwatch League is dying, and it is. Hey, look at these guys. It's fucking gone. Hey, Seagull, you gonna become a pro player again? What the fuck? Hell no. Are you kidding me? No. Oh my God. What the fuck? How dare you? No. Anyway, sorry. Let's continue. Yeah. Let's continue on. That was a little harsh. Seagull, your scrims are in half an hour. No, they're not. The streamer just took psychic damage from that. Chat, I have so much baggage when it comes to this. All right. You know, another one would be an example of like after I quit Overwatch League, I wanted to make a stream team and play in contenders in Open Division. But it turned out that we were literally not allowed to do that by the rules in the league. And we want to make a stream team back when Overwatch was doing pretty well in viewership and everything else back in 20. There's like so many levels. You guys privately don't understand a lot of it. So many levels, so repeatedly kicking themselves in the foot down the line over and over and over and over and over. And it's when I see, you know, it's like, yeah, if you make, and the sad thing is a lot of people involved now are just dealing with the ramifications, what other consequences came before that and everything else. So whatever. I have so much I could say about it, but there's really no point. The league is pretty much, I can't imagine any situation where it's not fucking dead. All those guys are going to, all those orgs, sorry, are going to take 6 million or whatever it is, leave, call it good, and that's that. Can you mention who would have been on that team? Bro, I already did the stream team once in Open Division. Do you guys remember? It was mid-2017. We already did it. They were scared of your Calvin and the Chipmunk style stream pulling the same viewership numbers as Overwatch League. We were doing, guys, the stream team, to give you guys an idea of how popular that was back then, that was the highest non-drop stream I think I've ever had. Or close. I had over 50,000 viewers. Over 50,000 viewers for competitive Overwatch. I think altogether we had 60,000 or more, right? Also, you got weird Reddit hate for that. These people are ruining opportunities for up-and-coming players. Oh yeah, well, fuck them. Who cares? Like, that was... Like, if you guys are losing to us as a stream team, you guys are fucked. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, ZP. Exactly, dude. See, me and you get it, right? Dude, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Dude, you're pulling out, like, the stream doesn't see this part of me that often anymore because I'm not a competitive player. But, dude, if you manage to lose to a stream team that doesn't practice, you know, and you ever get hate for it, that's embarrassing, right? Like, we are the gatekeepers at that point. If you're a stream team and you're showing up into a tournament and you barely practice and you're just like, hey, you want to come play? This will be fun. And you lose to them? No. Like, you're not taking away opportunities. Like, I'm giving you opportunities to farm me for content. You know what I mean? Like, I am providing you the streaming platform with me and all my lads who are all streamers. You can come dunk on us whenever you want. This is the opposite of how this works. Like, I'm providing you the content right now. You, like, we'll have, you know, back in the day, like I said, we have 50, 60K viewers, right? It's like, no. You want to come farm us in front of 50,000 people? Dude, you can come shit on us, right? Like, you can, and that's, the funny thing is that's how we actually got to know people back then, right? Because people were streaming a lot back then. ZP, do you remember how early Overwatch got started back then where people streamed scrims? Do you ever, I wonder this a lot. What if we had just kept going down that line? What if it wasn't so extremely controlled and we just said, hey, everybody starts streaming scrims and we build up a lot more personalities, everything? I think it would have been quite literally 10x more successful for everyone involved. But yeah, there's so many things down the line. And there's so much of what we could have done. So that's what Apex did. Well, I mean, that's what we did back in the day, chat. Remember the early days, I got started, like, people, there's so much history because I've been here for so long, people forget. It isn't like, oh yeah, people would really like that. Don't you guys know Hal? Hal gets 20K viewers. It's like, yeah, guys, I know. I had 30 to 40K viewers doing this in 2016. It was so long ago. Like, that's how interested people were in Overwatch and the competitive scene back then, that me pub stomping nerds as Kenshi got a bunch of viewers. Imagine if we had taken those to the comp scene, this and that. It's like, it's whatever. It's all in the past. Doesn't matter that much anymore. It's mostly just comes back to the over controlling of the scene and stuff like that. Overwatch World Cup in 2016, 2017 got 300 to 400K viewers. Exactly. It was incredibly popular. Incredibly popular. But I truly hope that, again, all of these players, I hope that they end up finding, hopefully, they can continue doing this if it's what they enjoy for a long time. I hope everybody gets laid off. Everybody's put their heart and soul in the competitive Overwatch scene can continue to do it and have it be financially sustainable for them. I hope they all get that. Regardless of, despite any, you know, previous mistakes and all that stuff, like, dude, just make it happen. I hope it does. Does that mean Overwatch 2 is done? No. Overwatch 2 is going all in on Season 6. The Overwatch 2 is going to go all in on Season 6, and they're going to, whatchamacallit, they did their Steam thing now. They wanted to instantly be League of Legends esports, forgetting that League is able to do what it does because the interest that was built up before where they got now. Again, That is a very popular narrative that is not true. Just stop. Just stop right there, right? I really dislike that type of rewriting history to then go back in time and be like, yeah, remember 2016 World Cup? Remember all this stuff? Remember all those tournaments back in the day? There was simply no interest and people were just forcing Overwatch League on an audience that truly didn't care. It's like, that's not true. There was an audience. It was just mismanaged very deeply and very improperly, you know? And so they did throw an absolute crap ton of money, definitely more money than it deserved, right? But don't say that there was never nothing, because then you're disrespecting, I think, the amount of effort people are putting in on those years, especially like we were literally just talking about it. World Cup in 2016 had 300 to 400,000 viewers, right? Stuff like that is an incredible amount of viewership. Overwatch is really, really big. And so don't rewrite history and say that like, oh yeah, they tried to force it and no one ever cared. It's like, well, no, people did care. They just mismanaged it. That's it. That's the difference. It's a very distinct difference I want to talk about, because I think it's disrespectful to that era of professional players, including myself, but I still played it. I played really long compared to a lot of the early players, because those early players, most people don't even remember them at this point, right? Most people don't care. So Uber Chain, I gave Blizzard Sideshow and Brand's emails and they asked me, who are your casters from the iBuyPower 2016 Overwatch Invitational? They fumbled my boys and they fumbled everyone else. I'm so mad. I know. I know. There's all sorts of history and everything behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, it's very old history, right? And so when it comes to this stuff, it is what it is. And I just hope that the people involved who want to keep playing Overwatch can do so in a professional way that's financially sustainable, and that the casters and everyone in production, everything else, can also all keep doing it. And I hope they can. I don't know if they can. I don't know if the interest is there. I don't know a lot of things. Esports is really hard these days, so I hope they can do it. It's all boomer history. Yeah, everything I talk about is boomer history. Also, some historic money waste. Some spots, people have no idea how expensive Blizzard Arena was. Season 1 games could have been held somewhere else for 1/10 the cost. Yeah. I heard some numbers, ZP. I remember. There's so much over the years. And I mean, hey, let's not forget, in the middle of that, on top of Blizzard doing all those other things, Blizzard was also doing the 180 of, colluding with the teams to keep player salaries down, right? It was everything, top to bottom. They got investigated by the Department of Antitrust, or Department of Justice over it, the Antitrust Division. I think they actually settled with the Department of Justice over that. I think that was news a few weeks back. So it's everything, top to bottom. There's so many things that went wrong and that were poorly handled over the years. That is all. That is all. Seagull, Blizzard didn't tell employees about Overwatch League? Oh, dude. That's so sad. These people have been working she's been there forever. She's been there. Oh, that's so fucking sad. Like I said, remember, there's so many things they mishandle. Always everything. ZP, I don't think he was at 250. He was never that high. But he was pretty high. Remember we talked about that once, but third hand. Yeah, I mean, we're on the same team, so I knew it, I think, but this is tough. There's no reason for this type of thing. Like I said, it feels like they just mishandle things all the time. I hope all the people involved can I hope they can keep doing it and do what they want. An esport that's just pressing Q every 2 minutes failing, I'm shocked. I mean, there's a lot more depth to it than that. But I do agree that it was definitely not spectator friendly. Like there is that part of it too, right? He's not wrong to an extent. Overwatch is a very chaotic game, hard to watch. There's a lot of things it's always had going against it. That's actually insane to find out on Twitter. I feel like Overwatch observers did get better. Yeah, but Overwatch observers and production, I feel like they were always fine. It doesn't matter how good you are. Like, to give you an example, it's really difficult to, how does a caster or a commentator effectively tell stories from team fight to team fight in a game where team fight to team fight's total time is 30 seconds or less in comparison to other games, right? They have so much more time to tell stories and do everything. And then you see casters still be really good at what they do, but even still, that really good is still under what you know they're capable of if they just had another 30 seconds, right? And it's just the natural pacing of the game. That's just how it works, right? And I'm not saying that casters are bad. In fact, I'm saying that quite literally, they're amazing to even get what they are doing. Overwatch casting is triage. It's exactly the word I'm trying to. They have a list of everything in their head they can talk about, and they have to pick, like, instead of the top 3, they pick the top 1 because they only have 30 seconds to fill between the next team fight and stuff like that. And so they're in such a difficult and hard position as casters and commentators in that type of game. And that's Overwatch, and that's competitive Overwatch in general. It's always been a thing. It's never going to change. It's due to the fundamental pacing of the game. So we'll see. This makes me sad though. This should never be done that way. That's just stupid. Not all games have to be esports. Let the audience decide. Bro, this is what I was talking about earlier. It's that narrative again. Overwatch was just artificial, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't, though. There was a lot of interest back then. People did want it. Did people want it to the extent that it warranted, $200 million of investment? Obviously, not that much. But there's a huge there's a huge in between. Copium view botted. I just clicked on your first one to say view botted, propped up by BlizzBucks. So wait, you're saying? So wait, your conspiracy theory is all Overwatch streams, tournament streams, and streamers were simply view botted in the early days. All right. They're memeing. Yeah, it's like, okay, dude. See, the funny thing about the view botting argument, though, is you can actually make it for Overwatch League, right? There are reports of Overwatch League Season 1 or Season 2 where they were saying that executives had embedded the stream for hundreds of thousands of viewers, right? That was a total thing. Not drops. We're talking about embedded viewers on top of drops. There's multiple layers of artificial viewership that were going on to try and pump up Overwatch League in the early times. So, Fextra Life, Pepe Laugh. Yeah, if you guys know Fextra Life on Twitch, that is essentially legal view botting. That was what Overwatch League did in Season 1. And to pump up viewership, especially in the finals. There was a report that came out, I forget where, but you can go find it. I think it was done by Cecilia. I forget her full name. I just remember Cecilia something. And the report basically said that they turned it on and inflated the grand finals Overwatch League Season 1 by multiple hundreds of thousands of viewers. And that's just a known thing. Like embedding and stuff like that is a known thing. They flipped the switch, got 150k views. Yeah. And then that stuff's whatever. I say that stuff's whatever because I've seen so much of it in esports and also among individual streamers that, like, it is, who knows. My hottest take is that drops just support view botting. Also, no one's really watching. Oh, I mean, drops are a little bit more than that, but they are, drops are really nice for streamers because it not only impacts these days, like, just the stream, but also puts you on, like, recommended for them, which is kind of weird. But there's all sorts of stuff. Did they ever embed on the BNet client? I don't remember. I don't think they ever autoplayed BNet client personally, from what I remember, but Got a juicy XQC story for your uniform team. He messaged me to commission me for an emote before his first OWL match was started. He has 0 viewers emoji or an OWL with a 0 or an Omega lol. He never got back to me. His match started and viewership is 400k plus. Yeah. He would have probably been doing the Forsen one back then, because Forsen was streaming Overwatch during that time period, and he also had the dead stream emotes going on all the time. Because he was down bad after Hearthstone for a hot minute. I remember. It did autoplay and Midnight Clan. I'm surprised they didn't continue season 2. They got caught. I mean, there's always we'll call it like funky accounting when it comes to this type of thing. Another example is, and I talked about it, and I actually called them out at one point, I think, online, and I think they changed it, but they were doing reruns of their official streams the day after, but not calling it a rerun, just running it 24-hour to farm viewers, and then they were rolling that into their final stats. So, like, if you guys remember, trying to remember the exact thing here, top of my head, so it could be slightly wrong these days, but essentially how it worked was, let's say Overwatch League had grand finals, and they want to release an infographic, right, about how much viewership they got for grand finals. They would run, let's say, grand finals with drops enabled, right? For, let's say, grand finals lasted 4 hours. They would then do a 24-hour rerun with all the drop viewers and roll in all of those viewers over 24 hours, drop viewers, 40k plus probably, right, into the original finals, and then package it into an infographic and say, we had such and such viewers for finals, right? And it's just cooking up the metrics, right? To really stat pad, but it's like they're not lying. It in fact says in small text at the bottom right, includes 24-hour reruns. They're not lying. You just got to be paying attention. You just got to pay attention, you know? That's baiting potential sponsors so hard. That's called business. Cooking the books. All of esports sounds like investor honeypot to me now. Esports is in a tough spot because ultimately what it comes down to is that individual streamers and streamer events and everything else are much more, I would say, normal. That's what audiences want more so than big esports productions. And so I think you'll eventually, in the far, far future, would not be surprised just to see most esports look more like Apex and stuff, where like you just have individual player POVs, everybody streaming their own POVs and stuff, and then maybe production would, like in the far, far future, I could see things being like, you opt in as streamers into events and they take like 10% of your revenue for stream days, and that's how production gets paid, and then everyone runs everything through streams on top of a tournament stream and stuff like that, and that way you can monetize co-streams and normal streams and everything else top to bottom. And it's like, I don't know, esports isn't the end all be all, obviously, so we'll see. I'd rather listen to Hal's POV than two commentators who have no idea what's going on. I mean, the reality is people want, and I think people want to see the insanity of, it's hard to, like, that product of being like, yeah, I can listen into it, a top tier player freak out and I can understand him and what's going on, is hard to compete from a first person POV. It's hard to compete with that as a product versus having a couple commentators for like the hardcore diehard audience. But I think the couple commentators though, it's both. So you want everything. They serve different audiences. So I don't know. Anyway. Ludwig talks at length about how personality sponsoring pros is the only way for esports to be natural without fake investing. I could see it. Have Apex on screen, still talking about Overwatch League. Yeah, we're about to start talking about this stuff. I got stun locked for a hot minute. It's all right. Let's move. I don't even know why I'm in the Overwatch category. Let's move to the Apex category now, I guess. I don't know. We're going. Remember when Blizzard invested in POV views and other stuff here on Twitch for Overwatch League and then threw all that away and went to YouTube? There's even more behind that. Yeah, there's even more behind that, but I'd have to check NDAs on that stuff. So, so anyway, enough Overwatch. I've said my piece. At the end of the day, very, very sad. I hope all those people find their jobs, find ways to make it financially sustainable. That league and how they treated it towards people and how many times they shot themselves in the foot was truly incredible. How impressively mismanaged it was top to bottom. Just incredible. That is all. All right. Apex ranked. You say that about anything Blizzard related? Overwatch League was worse off than Overwatch the game. Okay. It's very different levels here, right? Ness, I don't know all of that one because I wasn't in that scene, so I don't know. Hots? Oh, dude, Hots. Okay. Oh yeah. You know what? At least it's not like Hots. You're right. At least it's not like Hots. Heroes of the Storm, when they canceled the Heroes of the Storm League chat, they didn't give you a heads up. They were telling players, don't worry, guys. We're all going to come out here, sign leases and everything. Come out here. We're going to have a league next year. And people were moving out there, signing leases and stuff. And then they canceled it on Christmas or some shit. And you'd be like, yo, I just moved out here, signed a lease, and you guys just canceled this league on Christmas. At least Overwatch League, at least they had some reporting, and they didn't do it quite like that. All right? I've been wondering if they would for a while. Here's the key reason for the hot stuff people didn't realize. Oh, really? Wait. ZP, what was it back then? I don't even know. Hots is so old school at this point. It's 2015 when happened, right? I think it was 2015-ish. Oh, Morhaime loved Team 1 and everything about it. His favorite team of Blizzard. He left the company in August of that year, and Brack came in. No Morhaime equals no Team 1 protection. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you talk about certain people coming in and out for the HOTS team. Yeah, I could see it. Those are just mismanaged esports. I don't understand. At the end of the day, what that came down to was just like company trauma from losing Dota and League of Legends. And like, we should have had it. We should control everything from now on forever. And then they did that for like 15 years and fucked up everything. Was in my mind with the beeps. Hey, shh. There is no beep. There is no beep on the stream. Any beeping is only in your mind. All right. Just saying. Stop beep lighting me. Listen. It's fine. Okay. People don't realize Hots took some bullets for Overwatch. Oh god, dude. Did it? I was about to jump into Apex. Now I'm sitting here like, what timeline is this? Because I know it would be 2015, 20. It's like it actually kind of lines up. I know what you mean. Hots family with an overly aggressive monetization model is a huge reason why Overwatch is $40 buy to play. Yeah. I can see it, but at the same time, Kaplan was very particular. So I don't know. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. And the Arsenal ranked update, the team rolled out a series of changes that were intended to create consistently competitive matches by adjusting. So the chat, in the middle of all this Overwatch stun lock, how deep does the lore go? When you've been in a game for like 7 years, okay, you know a lot of deep lore at that point. Most deep lore it's just deep lore. Chat, the beeping is all in your mind. You didn't hear that one. Beyond all that stuff, in the middle of all this news and stunlock of Overwatch, Apex launched. Finally, is this their first time commenting on their new rank system? For those who don't know, the Apex Legends ranked distribution, I don't know if I spelled that right. I did, Pog, has been pretty fucked. You could say there's a bit of a problem when 26% of your player base is masters. Okay. And so it's been like this for a while, right? The graph is literally in the post. I haven't checked the post. We're talking. And so I'm giving people context in case they don't play Apex Legends ranked. And so in Apex Legends, they reworked ranked and they made it a little bit too forgiving. And so it became a progression mechanic instead of a ranked mechanic. It just became if you play more, the number goes up. And so now the Apex developers have finally talked about it. Chance Elite, thank you for 43 months. For context, the rank 1 pred in Apex is 541,000 points. Yeah, it's pure playtime. It's pure playtime. Everyone knows HOTS rank 1. Yeah. In the Arsenal rank update, the team rolled out a series of changes that are intended to create consistently competitive matches by adjusting the scoring system to focus on playing the battle royale and as a team. Now that players have had a solid amount of time playing the update, we've been able to analyze the data behind the scenes today. We're able to share our thoughts in the immediate future of ranked. Oh shit. Here's the TLDR. Overly generous ladder points. Arsenal's ladder point tuning was intended to be generous, but not this generous. Its current tuning is causing a series of cascading issues with the rest of the rank system. Cascading issues? We are tightening the amount of LP awarded and bonuses included. Bugs. We love to hate them. They are contributing to the tuning problem, and we're feeling confident about our upcoming fixes. So they're saying they have bugs in ranked on top of the game being too nice. The future changes. Season 18 will focus on refining rank tuning and stability. We're going to take a deep breath and take the time needed to prepare for an even tighter and more competitive rank system. We intended Arsenal to be a learning experience for people adapting to a new rule set. The combo of this and some bugs caused ladder points to be extremely generous. Excess master players. Season 18 focus. Lower the amount of LP distributed. Even out the distribution of players per rank. Okay. All right. Bonuses. When a player's ranking vastly exceeds their MMR, the bonus system withholds a bonus. Some player rankings were inflated compared to their MMR, causing them to hit this no bonus state much sooner. In extreme cases, the rank was 1 to 2 tiers higher than the MMR, which caused the bonus withholding system to completely overshadow all bonuses. What the hell does this bonus shit mean? I don't even know. For the average player not seeing bonuses, they need to raise their MMR. Season 18, adding a minimum limb bonus increase based on player MMR. They'll be exempt from bonus withholding and bumping up a limb bonus slightly. So many bonus. It's their official graph. Wait, this is their official graph. 5+ hours played.
Beep beep.
Tempted Fate, thank you for 1,000 bits. This inflation is caused by a mix of bugs and the overly generous LP tuning. Okay. Our next steps, LP gains per match will be decreased to address the shift. Adding a rule set that only applies to Diamond Plus to address the large concentration of players creeping above. Players in these rank tiers have increased stakes and losses. Okay, so in other words, they want to keep it normal for everyone else down here, and then they want to increase the penalty up here to try and shift the players more down. Right? Can we just go back in time where you're just showing your real rating system is screwing it will never be not fucking stupid. I'm okay with it to an extent. Like Overwatch 1 is obscured a little bit, right? I felt, and I still think this, Overwatch 1's SR system was basically as pure as you can get for that type of thing. I don't think it's going to ever be quite as, good as that one. You have a number? Goes up and down. It has problems, though. And they tried to fix them. Stuff like, hey, if you show negative feedback to a player immediately when they lose, they become scared to play. Ranked anxiety goes way up and people feel more stressed in your game. Right? And so that was the Overwatch 2 solution, was to fix a lot of the psychology behind ranked and try to improve the matchmaking, a lot of other things behind the scenes on top. Which it all makes sense. So anyway, LP gains will be decreased, adding a rule set. These solutions together will slow the pace of Masters for the average player and allow for more accurate matchmaking, higher quality matches, especially at Diamond Plus. Whew. Okay. Endgame. We're seeing more endgames. Surviving player count of 15 minutes. Season 17 start. Wow. Yep, it's true. People go to the end of the game now. I agree with this. I've seen more. Intense firefights, most memorable way to close out a game of Apex. We're happy to see this is happening more frequently. Cool. Perceptive play is more macro focused, where play is centered around ring positioning rather than all-out aggressions. An extreme variant of this is called ratting. Ratting! While exciting in games happening, room for improvement. Time spent idle. Oh my god. A portion of this is due to an increased number of players waiting for rings. We can safely say it's mostly due to players ratting. It's time spent idle. Players standing still. Look at this, dude. It like doubled. Can't believe they're showing this stat. Yeah, they're just showing that a lot of people are spent ratting right now. Notice particular pattern. Both teams stay outside the ring and delay interacting with other teams to gain points. Hunting and avoiding firefights isn't a rewarding way to play Apex. Season 18 has got some... Okay. Whoa, these are huge changes. Adjusting ring timings to increase mid-game encounters. Ring damage tuning to enforce playing inside the ring. Fix rat spots. So rings are going to happen faster and it will do more damage again. They do not want you to play in ring at all. They're mad. I actually don't like this to an extent because sitting in ring, you actually had to play in ring or else you died sometimes. So this is going to be one of those times where like you're actually going to die to RNG a lot. Like if there's teams in front of you and the ring's behind you, you have to push or you die. It's going to force you to die. And so the problem is rings need to find the fine tuning of it needs to be punishing, but not killing. Because if it punishes you, then it's like bad RNG, but it isn't in the game. But if it kills you...
There is no beep in Seagull's stream. There is no beep in Seagull's stream.
But if it kills you, then it feels
stream.
bad. So I don't know. I'm really, really curious. Like, are they going to make Ring 2 the equal to Ring 3 and just make it so Ring 2 kills you now? That would be interesting. But I don't know. It just means that if you get caught out, like, by the ring, it could be very, very, very obnoxious to play the game. That would suck. You guys think it's going to suck. It's probably going to suck, but we'll see. Beep, beep. Dude, I've tried so hard to keep this beep, beep down. I really did, chat. I'm surprised you guys can hear it. I thought RTX voice used to be better for some reason. Let me try this again. Wait, what if I double? What if I double it, dude? Just change the battery. Bro, it's too high up. Has a hard time with sudden changes like that. You heard of ladders? I know I can step on a chair, I guess. Just get taller. Hit it. Stand on your shelf. I don't think that shelf can handle me, dude. I'm big. All right, generous LP's effect on matchmaking. But dude, you want to know the worst part about this? Chat, I have the door closed to the smoke alarm that's beeping right now. And so look how hot it gets in my room when the door is closed, chat. It's tough out here. It's tough. Let me put in Celsius for any EU gamers. So it's getting kind of hot in here. Just saying. It's not that bad. It kind of is when it's literally in your room. It's not like there's wind. Actually, it's not true. I got a fan in the corner. Anyway. That is barely uncomfortable. But barely. Bro, I live in the Pacific Northwest. I'm fucking... If it was outside, it'd be fine. It's inside, it's hot. It depends on humidity. I mean, it's 43%. You saw that too. It's 95 Fahrenheit outside today, buddy. Oh shit, is it? I'm scared to go outside now. Anyway, keep going. EU used to no air conditioning. I don't have air conditioning. Okay, I do in the other room. I have a portable air conditioner because I live in an apartment, but you know. Okay, let's try and focus up, chat. The beeping is not real. It is merely beeping in your own mind. It is a test to ignore. All right. Generous LP's effect on matchmaking. We need to talk about a specific detail with the Arsenal matchmaker that wasn't in our previous ranked blog. While we generally matchmake based on MMR, we start using ranked LP in place of a player's MMR when their ranking exceeds their MMR equivalent. In an extreme example, just ignore it and move on. If a gold MMR player has an LP ranking of diamond, this player will be matched into a diamond lobby. This is to ensure... what the hell does this mean? So they claimed they were going to start matchmaking on MMR, but if your rank was too high, it would matchmake based on your rank and not your MMR. And so because everyone in the game became masters, matchmaking basically turned off. Is that what they're fucking saying? This creates a game full of players with lower MMR than their current rank, nullifying the effect. And Arsenal, you've been matched with a wider range of skill, even at the highest ranks. This was not intended. Your match experience varied much more and desired. We believe this will be less of an issue. Match quality. What the fuck? Metrics are up across the board. We have an understanding of match intensity, total damage per match. Okay, so everyone's doing more damage because people are staying alive longer. Started to degrade around May 18th as players that climbed to inflated LP and were served less fair matchups. Less fair, aka your matchmaker turned off. Okay. The queue time, we believe queue times are too short. Okay, it's 30 seconds. Yeah, but that's also kind of nice though. Queue times don't matter that much. Don't give me 5 minutes. Just give me 3 minutes at most, and I'll be happy, okay? During matchmaking, the system is trying to find players with similar MMR, longer searches closer to the match. The intent is to find similarly skilled players, but it's a race against the clock. When there aren't enough exact matches, the matchmaking system will continue to search for a limited amount of time before starting the match the closest. Matchmaking is failing at the extreme of high skill. These players are getting into matches too quickly. Too wide MMR range, mercilessly eliminating the lobby. We're working on improving matchmaking for that and ladder to combat this. Season 18 focus. The elusive root cause of this bug has been identified, and we're actively working on a fix for more consistent high-end match experiences. The rest of the population very stable and more consistently matching with close MMR values. Match width by skill. Oh my god, dude. This has to be Masters and Pred on the right side. Width is 1.5 tiers. So wait, they're saying that even though it's consistent, the width above 1.5 tiers is bigger than we'd like. But that's not at the end. There's no y-axis. Well, there's never a y-axis. They don't want to give you the actual stats. They want to give you an idea of what they're showing. Dude, what's crazy is even though it's consistent, the width above is still bigger than we'd like. Chat, look at this. The width above, even though it's consistent, 1.5 tiers. So the rest of the game down here, if you just want to guesstimate it, right? This line, the average width of like lowest to highest rank is 1.5 tiers down here. So what the fuck is this up here? This is Masters and Pred up here. 25% of the player base. Matchmaking literally turned off. Players are anywhere, dude. There's bronze players at the Masters. There's like everything. This is 5 times that. What's a 5 tier? Like if this is 1.5 down here, this is at least around 5, right? And so by that point, you're looking at like, well, what is a 5 tier difference at minimum, right? It's Preds versus bronze and Masters. I'm hitting MMR, probably gold, getting run down by literal professionals and Masters. Yeah, it's chaos, dude. And so because matchmaking was turning off in Masters despite your internal MMR, they were matchmaking based on your rank, and everybody was getting their rank instantly to Masters. Matchmaking basically turned off at Masters, and so therefore anybody can make it there, and it's just pure chaos. And so if you think about it, this is why skill-based matchmaking needs to be removed for the rest of the population as well. Because us Masters and Pred players have actually been freed of the fucking shackles. We broke those goddamn chains. We are free of the tyranny of skill-based matchmaking in our video games. And the fact that they're trying to bring us back down is why it's such a shame, really. You know, it's such a shame, chat. It's such a fucking shame. This is really the tree of liberty. Yeah. It's the tree of liberty, yeah. Since when are you a Masters in Apex? Yo, I'm Masters in Apex. I made it to Masters this season, chat. I know. I'm 25% of the top, at least 25% of the player base. Don't be intimidated or anything. I know. Had a step thinking for 40 months. Get back in your diamond lobbies. No. You can't make me. I earned this Masters. Are the nuts still pred? Hey, being pred is actually way too hard. No one's going for pred. Pred is just degenerate gameplay of just people grinding all day, every day. It's literally just time invested, and that's it. You played the game like a month ago. I did. A month ago, I was not pred. Sorry, a month ago I made Masters, and I logged off, and I'm still Masters because there's no rank decay. Just like how there's no rank decay in Overwatch. It's free. We're free. So anyway, the funny reality of this, just to bring this back though into actual normal talk, is how funny it is that people rage about skill-based matchmaking all the time, but effectively for 25% of the player base right now, there is no skill-based matchmaking, and people are complaining constantly, being like, why do I have these dog shit Masters players on my team against these preds? All they do is rat, you know, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, that's because they're gold. Literally, they're gold. Okay, season 18 and beyond. Here's a quick recap. Decrease overall gains per match to combat the shift in distribution. Yeah, wait a minute. How do they reset this shit? I assume they're just going to reset it, right? And then they're just going to lower the LP gains and see what happens. Adding a rule set that only applies to Diamond Plus to properly dial in the top of the ladder. Players at Diamond Plus will have increased stakes on losses, decreased bonuses, and loss mitigations. Put it all on the line. Adding a minimum elimination bonus increase based on player MMR and buffing elimination bonus in general. So they want to buff kills. Diamond Plus have more to lose. And then here are the big ones, though. These are the scariest changes. Increasing action in the ring by adjusting ring damage. They want the ring to kill you. Adjusting ring timings to create more mid-game encounters. They're going to make the rings faster, and they're going to fucking kill you. So this, I think, is a huge mistake. I don't think they need to fuck with the ring. This is actually, I think this might be, oh, we'll have to see it. We'll have to see it, right? But I can see that going very wrong very fast, because no one likes dying to RNG where there's like, you know, 3 teams in front of you with the rings behind you. So before, you'd be punished. You'd be like, I'll just go take half my HP, a bunch of meds, and I'll go through ring. No one wants to die to ring that early, though. And so if it's too punishing, it could very easily become like this really tedious RNG mechanic where like it brings out the worst part of battle royales. So we'll see. Updating matchmaking to be better, to better handle players that actively challenging their MMR for more competitively challenging matches that mirror their ranking. That's great. That's awesome. Waiting until season 18 gives us more data to strengthen our tuning, but also gives players who made it to their first Masters to relish the moment. Okay, dude. If you earned Masters in Arsenal, you'll keep it. You played by the rules we implemented, and in season 18, we challenge you to earn it again. Okay, dude. They're trolling. They don't want to take anything away from people, but simultaneously, the player base will do it for them. I agree. The player base will do it for them. The player base will be like, oh yeah, I'm a season 17 master. And they'll be like, okay, you were gold. You know, no one's going to care. So, mine's over the best rank BR, tightest matchmaking, and the sweatiest competition at every rank tier. Splits will not be returning. We're focusing on monitoring and further fine-tuning. We're looking forward to sharing more updates how we plan to achieve our goals, especially as we approach season 19, which is already in motion. Okay. Whatever. Ugh. Streamer, check your smoke line. I know, dude. I actually don't want to deal with this all day, so I've done the big thing that I wanted to go live today for was talk about Overwatch League stuff. I was planning on playing Exo Primal today. I don't know if I'm gonna play Exo Primal today. I will do it another day. There's too much. This beep is gonna drive. It's actually 10 times louder than what you guys hear on stream. Is the crazy thing. I'm gonna go handle this. It had started literally this morning. Like it just started as I was getting ready. Like it's bad. Take a look at this before you go, please.
Look at the size of that thing.
When are we getting stun locked
It's just
by
someone
the
got-
Claymore nerf?
Someone got laid off, right? That sucks. I'm melting 500 biddies. When are we getting stun locked by the Claymore nerf? I was playing BattleBit recently. Fuck, I have BattleBit things to talk about too. Let me see. Chat. What BattleBit skin should I get? They're giving creators skins on weapons. What weapon should I do? And what do you guys want to see? Claymore for the meme. Claymore just got nerfed. I don't think it's worth it anymore. Do you think it is still worth it? RPG? Oh. But that's another hard one. Like, would you do tandem or the normal heat rocket? What's your favorite weapon to use? I think if I had to choose a weapon, I would choose the AK-74. But that's like a weapon, not like the other stuff. I don't know if they're doing other stuff other than weapons. That's basic. It is. Well, the AK-74, if you guys remember, on launch, everyone was playing with the M4. And so the AK-74, though, I use because it sounded cooler, and it's about the same as the M4. So I think it's just primaries. Yeah, I think it's just primaries. So I'm just going to do the AK-74, I think. And then the current, I'll ask them what ideas they have for Seagull stuff. But right now, I'm assuming like maybe like a beach theme. With little like birdies, because remember, BattleBit is a game that's like low graphics. So you have like, imagine like little birdies that look like that on it, plus like little sun and like little beach. I don't know. And we'll see what they come up with. Maybe a pier. Oh, a pier would be good. Or an island. It's a random idea. Yeah, Lex is thinking for 80 months. Get them at a bow. And a bow. Waiting for the Sheriff for IOP90 skin. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Anyway, that's the current plan. Sorry I got owned by this smoke alarm starting this morning. I'm gonna go fix that and then we'll see. I'm gonna go probably get some batteries and try and change that out real quick. And then very unfortunate timing on today. But at least we got to talk about OWL stuff. No matter what, I guess I'll be all right. But anyway, beep, beep. Dude, it's still there. It's so loud. So I don't want to play. I don't want to deal with all day. It's going to be constant. Like, streamer, why don't you go fix this? It's like, I should just go fix it. And we'll see you another day. Goodbye, chat. Bye.